Thank you for watching the Wealth Guard Show. I'm your host, Tom White. Day 2 of 3 Up and 3 Down. I hope you're enjoying the show. I haven't generated any ad revenue yet, but that's what I need to support the show. So please go to wealthguardshow.com and support the show any way you can. If you don't see an ad that you like, you can always donate through PayPal. Every dollar helps, so thank you very much for your support. Anyway, we'll begin with the Dow Jones. And on the Dow Jones, we had a down day today, just when we thought things were getting better. Previous close was 11,320, and we closed today at about 11,150. And we had a total loss about 171 points here, volume of 255 million shares. Let's take a look at the chart. And on the daily chart of Dow Jones, down below 0.1, the stochastics are reaching higher still despite the down day, so we gave this one a green mark as it's still looking good. Above that, point number 2, we're still continuing on with the MACDs. They're still confirming the stochastics with a bullish move of their own. And the histogram bars are rising again over to the zero line. That's a positive, and we gave this a green mark. Up top, relative strength index. It's failing to challenge that 50 line there. We're a little suspicious of that. Gave this one a yellow mark. And also, we could see the death cross there is continuing that we pointed out yesterday. That's where the 50-day moving average crossed over the red line, which is the 200-day moving average, giving us a bearish signal. Volume picked up again today, and we're not crazy about that, especially to the downside. We got the Fed speaking tomorrow, so we're going to be very cautious and see what they say. And our number one performer on the Dow Jones today, it's Bank of America again for the second day in a row. Previous close of $6.99 and closing at $7.65 had a gain of 66 cents, or about just under 9.5%. Let's take a look at the chart again. And on the daily chart at Bank of America today, down below, point number 1, stochastics gave us that bullish signal here, and they're continuing over that 20 line, so we gave this one a green mark. It's looking pretty good. Above that, point number 2, we got confirmation of that move through the MACDs when the green line crossed over the red, giving us that bullish signal, and the histogram bars risen above 0. That's bullish. We gave this one a green mark. Up top, relative strength index is surging to that 50 line. We'll see if we can beat that challenge. Right now, we gave this one a yellow mark. Also note that volume there. It's spiking dramatically here. And of course, news just came out that Warren Buffett's been buying into Bank of America and that he supports the stock. So, I don't know. I'm a little suspect of that too. Anytime Warren Buffett reaches into anything, it seems like he seems to get a better deal than everybody else. So, I don't know. We'll watch this one and see if we can continue on tomorrow. And our number 2 performer on the Dow today, it's American Express. Another financial stock, good to see. Previous close of $48.08, but only closed at $48.09, up 1 penny, or just fractionally, about 0.02%. Nothing much there. Let's take a look at the chart. And on the chart of American Express, down below, point number 1, those stochastics are reaching higher, trying to get into that 80 line there. It's challenging that. We gave this one a green mark. Above that, point 2, the MACDs, they're looking convincing too, as we got the green line crossing the red, giving us a bullish signal. Histogram bars, they're rising over 0 for the 3rd day in a row. That looks good, and we gave this one a green mark. Up top, relative strength index. It beat that 50 line. We want to see it start to move higher, but we gave this one a green mark. Looks good. About the only thing I can see is we got a little bit of resistance there at the 50-day moving average, and also right around that June peak, that small little peak before we took off. And our number 3 performer, it was JP Morgan today. JP Morgan, another financial, is good to see, but this one closed down. We had a previous close of $35.83 and closed at $35.72, or 11-cent loss. Not much there, but let's take a look at this chart. And on the chart of JP Morgan, down below, point number 1, the stochastics are reaching higher. They're going to challenge that 50 line, it looks. Gave this one a green mark. Above that, point number 2, MACDs, they're just crossing over now, giving us a bullish signal. And the histogram bars, they're just reaching over the 0 line, barely. So we gave this one a yellow mark. Want to see one more day of this action. Also, up top, point number 3, we got the relative strength index. It's not really looking like it's going to challenge that 50 line right now. So we gave this one a yellow mark. And we move now to the worst performers of the Dow. And the 3rd worst performer today was Caterpillar. Caterpillar closed at $85.40 yesterday and closed at $83.25 today, down $2.15, or just over 2.5%. Let's take a look at the chart. And on the daily chart of Caterpillar, down below, point 1, the stochastics, they're trying to reach over that 20 line there. The green line's already done that. We gave this a green mark. And above that, point number 2, we got a little stall here on those MACDs. The green line's trying to cross over to confirm those stochastics, but they haven't done so yet. And histogram bars are stalling at that 0 line. Want to see it break through there. We gave this one a yellow mark. Up top, relative strength index. It still has a little way here before it challenges that 50 line. We're moving sideways. We gave this one a yellow mark. Also note, we got the death cross there too, just today on the 50-day and 200-day moving average. And the second worst performer today, it was 3M. 3M closed at $80.29 yesterday and closed today at $78.19. A difference of $2.10, or about 2.6%. Let's take a look at the chart. And on a chart of 3M, down below, 0.1, those stochastics look like they're giving up a little bit as they approach the 50 line, halfway between the 20 and the 50 anyway. They are bullish. We did give it a green mark. Point number 2 above that, the MACDs cross, but they look like they're leveling off a bit here, so we're going to watch those close. But histogram bars are still continuing to rise. We gave this a green mark. Up top, relative strength index. We're failing the challenge of the 50 line there. We got a way to go before that. We gave this one a yellow mark. It's moving sideways. Also note too that death cross happened today, and volume picked up too. We don't like to see that. That's not a good sign. And that'll bring us to the worst performer of the day. And today it was Travelers Company, the insurance company. Previous close of $49.51 and closed today at $47.99. Down about $1.52 or just over 3%. Let's take a look at the chart. And on a chart of Travelers Companies down below, point number 1, those stochastics, they're buried in oversold territory, but they don't look like they're doing much of anything. We're giving this one a red mark. Above that, point number 2, the MACDs are still dropping, and the histogram bars don't look like much either, so we gave this one a red mark. Up top, relative strength index. It's not even close to challenging that 50 line. In fact, it's threatening to fall below 30. We gave this one a red mark too. And so we had a little setback today, and we gave up all of yesterday's gains and then a little bit more. Got some bullish indicators though, and some confirming indications as well, like some MACDs on a lot of these different stocks and on the index as well. But we got some bearish sentiment too here. We got death crosses showing up all over the place and the volume picking up to the downside. We had 28 stocks that were down today and only 2 stocks that were up. A reversal from yesterday where we had 29 stocks up and only 1 stock down. Also, volume picked up today on the downside. Don't like to see that at all either, so we're going to continue to wait on the sideline for stocks. Got the Fed speaking tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to say or do. Don't think they can actually do a heck of a lot, but I expect the volatility to continue here, and we're going to wait for the deck to be stacked in our favor here. Right now, I was a little positive this morning. We had the financials leading the pack. That's always encouraging, but gold was down hard, and that's also confirming the move in financials. However, gold bounced back real strong, and so I'm a little suspect of that, as there appears to be another yet flight to quality as gold came back, and now it's moving back higher. So we'll wait to see tomorrow what the Fed's got to say and what they are going to do. Well, that's all from our show today, and tune in again over the weekend as we do the full show with the economic mechanics. We'll look at the commodities, the dollar, interest rates, and of course stock market. We'll also review the IBD 50 portfolio. Perhaps we'll get into stocks, perhaps we'll stay in cash. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Remember to visit wealthguardshow.com and support the show any way you can. That's what makes it all happen, folks, and that's what I need to keep continuing on. So go to the site and support the show any way you can. Visit our sponsors, or use the PayPal button to donate any way you can. I also offer some classes and consulting for anybody out there who would like to talk about some personal situations. Nothing else is for sale. It's just my time. It's $90 per hour, 303-818-7807, or you could email me, tom@wealthguardshow.com. But for now, I'm out of here.